Hello everyone, welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'. Let me see if I can get the Facebook Live up here. Hopefully I've gone live. How's everyone doing today? Where is it? There we go. Okay, am I in camera? Can you guys see me? Hi Jean Shoot, I hear you need a break. Hi Lori. Hi Jackie. How much you got packed, Jean? You got it packed up pretty good? Or you got more to go? There's another Jean. Hi France. Come on in. Say hello, especially if you're new. We make good friends with everyone. Hi, Karen. Let's see. I'm gonna make sure. Oh, I can't because I'm the admin. Never mind. Hi, Anna. So, earlier today I had posted that it is National Underwear Day. Well, at least in this country. Or maybe it's worldwide, I don't know. But anyway, I almost wish I wouldn't have posted that now, because not only the few comments that are on the page were kind of funny to me, I have actually gotten some pretty funny messages from people telling me about their underpants today. So, National Underwear Day. Sunday is big moving day, lots packed up, but lots of miscellaneous left. Well, I hope it goes very well for you. We're going to miss you if you don't have internet. We're going to miss you here. Take it easy, too. Okay. I just have a couple quick announcements. Always, if you're placing an order under $149, please use my current host code. I have it posted here. I have it posted on Piccadilly Stampin' Wall. I have it posted on my blog. It's on everywhere. And if you don't know it, just ask me. I'd be more than happy to give you my current host code. That's just a quick reminder. Also, the new card kit that's an all-inclusive kit, which is pretty exciting to me. I'm assuming you're going to need a pair of paper snips and maybe your favorite adhesive. But I think most of this is kind of popped up on dimensionals. It's called All is Cozy and Bright. It's 12 cards of one design. So this is it. But isn't this stinking adorable? I know it does offer 4 or 5 different sentiments that you can put on there. I'm definitely going to order one of these on my next order because I think it's really stinking cute. Love that. And then the last one before we get going to our project is just another announcement. I did this card on Facebook Live on Wednesday. This was from the Aspen Tree Dies, and I just wanted to point out, I know some of you have ordered from me, and thank you very much. With a $100 purchase from any of our current catalogs and even our clearance rack, if it totals $100 retail, that's not with the tax and shipping, you can get these dies free. And these are like a $40 value. I don't know exactly what they are, but they're like a $40 value. So this is really an absolutely wonderful time to purchase these if you haven't, if you're interested. Now, I didn't use the bird that comes in it. They do have a matching stamp set. I wonder if I have it somewhere close. Haha, I do. It's called Perched in a Tree. So these are the actual dies. And then it has a stamp set. So it would cut out your tree limb and the bird also, and then some really fun. It's actually made for kind of a winter scene, but I went ahead and used it to make a fall scene. I would think this would be very pretty even as is, with just either a Merry Christmas or Season's Greetings or whatever you practice for the holidays. Right there. I also think on top of this, this could be a great like sympathy card or even a masculine birthday card just looking at this. So very versatile, and this you can get, just these you can get for absolutely $3 with a $100 purchase. So you could purchase the stamp set and get these for free. And that's only good through the end of the month. So I hope that that was enough time to kind of get some folks in here so we can get going. And I have a really quick card for you, but I got, yesterday I went live and showed you some of the new products that I purchased. They've been out for a whole month, but I ended up getting some new things in, new products in. And earlier this year, I had a paper share, and I did a paper share of the gingham Cottage. Well, I did a paper share of like 11 different papers, and it's where I cut the papers into quarters, and then you get a quarter pack, and you split the price with 3 other people so that you get a quarter pack. And I went ahead and I participate in that myself. It's a great way to get a little bit of everything and try. And I wasn't too sure about this paper. There's some that have been kind of like, ooh, I don't know. Would I use that? Like, let me see if there's one. Like this one just kind of scares me a little bit. I mean, it definitely has kind of a Halloween vibe, but I would probably use this side myself. But that's one of the things I love about our papers is they are double-sided. So if you don't like one side, you might like the other. You know, it just depends. Anyway, I'm going to pull out this piece right here. There's 2 sides to it. I've chose the smaller side. And I have paired that with, because I just got this yesterday. Like I have a dozen other cards that I could actually be demonstrating today, but I got something new, and you know how that is. Now this set was not one that was under my radar at first until you see a couple people use it. My biggest fear was just because it has an arachnid on there, and I do not care for spiders, but I wanted to use this today. I'm going to be using, there's some, oh, they're in my die cut machine. There's some little leaves. I wonder if I can grab that quick. Well, actually I can show you the cutout of it. There's some die cuts that I'm going to be using from this and the stamp set. So I've went ahead and put that together. If you purchase these together, you do save 10%. This is in the July-December mini catalog. So let me pull out a few items of what we're going to use. I've got my blocks loaded up, and then I also am going to be showing you how to use these pearlized enamel effects. It says this one's basic white, and that's the one that we'll be using. Let me pull it out of this. Pearlized enamel effects basic white. So I chose to kind of do just stay right within this color palette. So I'm going to start off and just fold my card base. Now this is Blushing Bride. And I'll just give that a good press down. Okay, and then I'm going to, I have a piece of, now on this, which in my paper shares, I usually write the colors that coordinate with each set, and this one says Mint Macaron. However, I changed it up. I didn't stay within it. Usually I stay kind of within the same color palette that they give you, but there's so many things that go with Blushing Bride, and Mint Macaron, I wanted something just a little bit darker, so I have decided to go with the Soft Succulent. This is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then I want to take a piece, and I want just a small little border on this. So let me get my trimmer. I totally forgot to have this cut, but that's okay. This won't take too long. So since that's at 4, I want to give that just that 1/8 inch border. So I'm going to trim this down to, let's see, 3 7/8, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 3 7/8. Just I double check because otherwise I trim, and guess what? It's not right. By 5 1/8, because this was 5 1/4. So I just want that 1/8 inch border. So this is going to be a really tight little border, and I'm going to save that for a flag and for another card, quite possibly. And I love our paper trimmer. If you haven't used our paper trimmer, I highly suggest getting one. It is phenomenal, especially with the score tool attached to it. So it just gives this little like 16th inch border around because I cut it at 1/8. And I love to use the green glue. It is my favorite because then it gives me a minute to adhere it down. And I see all kinds of other demonstrators, and I know you guys watch other demonstrators too, who can do it with the Stampin' Seal, but I am not one of them. God blessed me with many talents, but Stampin' Seal, I use Stampin' Seal, but I use it a completely different way. To get things centered is just not, that was not in the cards for me. Okay, so you guys know I like to build my card from the background forward. So I'm going to attach this now, adhering it down with the Tombow liquid glue, and I'm going to attach it right here to the card base. So this is going to be the base that we're going to build our image on. And again, got to do a little centering. So what I didn't know when I purchased this, I think because I was distracted by the spider, honestly, is that this is a distinctive stamp set. And I totally didn't realize it when I purchased it. So these little dots that you see there, they're supposed to be there. And because it is a photopolymer, meaning it's one of our clear stamp sets instead of the red rubber, I have a piece of 3x3 basic white cardstock, and I'm going to lay this down on the Stampin' Pierce mat because it gives you a better image. Red rubber has a little bit of foam behind it, but if you're new to me today and you don't know about photopolymer, they stamp really well, but they just don't have any give to it, and I want a very nice image. So I'm using the little wreath image, and you can put it however you want on here, and I'm just going to do my very best with the camera in my nose to center this on here. So let's just see if that worked. Yes, well, there's two sides to the cardstock. It's not horrible, but let's try it again. So stamping this again into the soft succulent. Let's see if I can get it more even, and then we'll just see which side looks the best. It's hard with this camera right there. Okay, much better. Now, while I have this out, I have a 3, and I believe this is 3 1/8. It is 3 1/8 by 3 1/8 piece of the soft succulent, and I want to mat this, only I don't want to mat this square on here because there's always got to, for those of you who follow me, you know, but for those who don't, there's always got to be something wonky or not quite symmetrical. I think that's actually just a flaw in the paper. So I'm going to change it, and my favorite way to do that is to put it kind of square in here and then just turn a little bit, okay? That's my favorite way of doing it. And I'm going to do this before I finish stamping on here. Normally I don't recommend that, but to do it, I just want to put a little bit of glue right on there on the back side. And just a little bit of wonkiness. Oops, now I moved it. That's what that green glue does. I don't know if I like it better at the top with that or not, but we're going to go with it. It's a hand-stamped card. Okay, so now that I have it that way, I know when I'm going to attach this to my card that I want whatever sentiment in there, as wonky as this thing is, I want the sentiment to be straight. So I need to determine where I want to have it. And if I line this up kind of on these lines, then this is a little bit off, the white piece. So I want to have it kind of right in here and about like that. Now I know where I want that. Then I'm going to come back in with the Evening Evergreen. And on the card, the little sentiment is hello. Just hello. It's okay to send a card for no reason. Just to say hi. Okay, small stamp, small pressure. That way you don't get any of that. All right. Now, let me do this before I put that away. I'm going to pull out the soft succulent again. And let's just do all our Stampin' at once. So this is the inside of the card, and I want to decorate that up. And there is like a little flourish here. I don't know what you'd call it. A little sprig maybe here that is in that same feel with the what is the word? I just said it now. Don't you know, it never fails when you go live, you forget what it's called. Distinctive, that's it, stamp in there. And so I wanted that to match, so I thought, well, I'd just put that down here and up in this corner, because normally you write the name here and you sign the name here with your sentiment. So I thought I'd just put it in the opposite corners. There we go. With another distinctive stamp. That way the inside of the card is going to match the outside. Again, using that bit of green glue. It's Tombow. I call it green glue, but it's actually Tombow multi-purpose adhesive. It's perfect for scrapbooking, memory keeping, card making. And what I love about it is, well, and I think everybody this year is in a humid state. I live in a very humid state in the summers, and that's why we grow good crops here. And although with all the heat that's going on, I think everybody's probably experiencing some of that, where I like the stick of the Tombow glue because my cards don't pop apart after a year. Because some people save my cards, believe it or not. All right, now normally I'm always the one who pops a sentiment, but this time I'm not going to. I'm going to glue this down because we're going to pop other pieces. And I like when cards can just flow through the mail on a stamp, when you can fly them on a stamp. Now you can determine if you want this in the middle or if you want this up a little bit, but I'm just going to have this right here in the middle with my little wonky card on there. Woohoo! All right, let's pull out. Okay, I just want to say something. Is Nicola on here? Nick Fox, are you on here from Ireland? So, I've got something for you right now in front of everyone. You're always big about Bill's bad dad jokes. I got one for you. I can compete with Bill's bad dad jokes. So here it is. If you're here, you better be here. Okay. Why? Oh, you may be too young. You were probably born in the 70s, weren't you? Were you born in the I think she was, or 80s? You may be too young. All right, maybe someone can help her out here. I'm cutting one of the mini glue dots in half. I'm going to keep working while I'm talking. But why do dancers in the 70s, why were they always sick? And while I wait for Nick to make an answer, I'm going to attach it. I just cut a mini glue dot just so that I could, I didn't want to have them all the way on the edges, but so that I could adhere it on. But the little, look at this little paper bow that comes with it in that die cut set. So I am going to place that right down here, dead center, middle. Okay, I have no idea. That's your answer? You probably were born too late because they did the boogie woogie. That's bad. For anybody who was around in the 70s, let her know how bad that was. And if I don't get laughs from you guys the way you give them to Bill, I'm going to be totally upset. Especially my regulars. I know the newbies are probably like, what? But I better see some laugh in there. Thank you, Jackie. Okay, so these were the little die cut pieces that I was talking about, and I'm just going to add them. And you know me, I like to bend them up with some glue dots right here on each side. These are also cut out in the evening evergreen, and I stamped the sentiment in the evening evergreen. And that's why I didn't do the mint macaron, because I wanted a darker color. I knew what I was gonna do. This is such an easy card, y'all, right here. Okay, now I'm not done. There's more. Wait, there's more. So back to these pearlized enamel effects, the basic white. I am going to use this to make my little pearls around this wreath, because I didn't want to do, I'll stand up when I'm done. I didn't want to do actual pearls because I want to show you how this works. And this was the first thing that I made that I could do with it. And I really like the fact that this is just a little bit cheaper. So here's my little tip on this. I'm going to come here. I'm going to start over here, and I'm just going to lift this up a little bit. And I'm going to do kind of a little dot. It makes almost like a little Dairy Queen swirl. I know, Nick, you probably won't know what that is, but you just try to get them about as even as possible. It's okay that they've got these little swirls, and I'll show you this when I get done so you can see this closer, because white on white like this is probably not showing up in the camera. But we're going to come around here. You can do as many as you want or as few as you want. And then afterwards, before I set this other leaf back down, I'm going to take it and just kind of shake it on the table. And now those all just, like, without setting that in there, they all just get that little tip off of it. Can you see these? I don't know if these are going to show up on camera or not. There, maybe they do. Isn't that just cute? Oh my gosh, this thing is so cute. So other than the arachnid, for other arachnids out there who, or not other arachnids, for other phobics of the arachnid, the spider. Oh, I don't even like lobster. That's a sea spider, so I'm not even going to go there. But other than that, don't be afraid of this set with this crazy paper, because it is wonderful. Now this is just a basic. I'm not really breaking into my holiday stuff yet. I will get into that. I do want to show you with this set also that you can cut out your wreaths. So you can cut them out and stack them on top of each other in different colors. You can actually cut out your distinctive, see, I remembered it, stamp set, and it's got all the little fixins with it. So you've got, I think they're on my plate here, so I need to get them. And this is, I think this is really cool that this comes with 4 of these little jobby doos. This is the little that I used here on it. There's 4, so you can be cutting these through at quite a good rate, I think. There's the same here with the holly leaves And you can do fall, and I guess that's for Halloween, but it's got Christmas, Boo, Hello, and Grateful. So yeah, you can get kind of all your seasons in these little wreaths. Very cute little set. Again, you save 10% when you purchase them together. Is this not adorable? And the pearlized effects comes with 3 colors. So you have a pearlized red, and it's the real red, and a pearlized black, which kind of comes off silvery, and then the pearlized white. So this is just a cute little card. I hope you guys have a marvelous weekend. I'm heading to a wedding tonight, or a reception, and plan to have a lot of fun there. It's very fun for me to get out. For those of you who know, you just know. Let's see if there's any comments or any questions. I told you spider meets the sole of my shoe. Nick, I can't do it. I cannot squish it because then I have to clean it up. And I'm not going to clean them up. I'll suck them up in the vacuum cleaner. That's the only way I'm going to do it. So you guys have a great weekend. If you want to order any of these products, you can get them right here on my Facebook. If you're watching this later on YouTube, you'll be able to get them off of... I'll put a link in the description section of the YouTube channel. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week, Wednesday, when we're going to do the drawing for this card. And I've got more great things to come. Take care. Bye-bye.